Well, when Robert was interviewing me after she finished, I made that comment. I said it's extremely difficult to win a national championship, period, and to be able to duplicate that is obviously even more tough. I mean, when you look throughout the history, there's been very few kids that have been able to win multiple championships, not just at Angelo State, but I mean, you start looking at even different universities across the country. So it is something that's extremely difficult to do, and so I was very proud of the effort that she put forth, and she almost willed herself to that championship because there was some good jumping going on. I think last year, it ended up being just a battle between her and the Abilene Christian girl. Really indoors and outdoors, but it was very evident after the first two rounds on Saturday that there were several other girls that wanted to be involved, and so it definitely wasn't a fluke. It was something she had to take care of, but she did, and again, that's a testament to her competitiveness. She doesn't like to lose, and that's always a good thing. So, but that is a very, very difficult task to do, and so I've been just really, really proud of her. Well, she's gonna be one of those greats that Angelo State has had. I feel very confident eventually she'll be in the Hall of Fame, and I think anytime you have kids that can win a single championship, they're pretty high on the list of kids that kind of identify your program. And then when you have kids that have won multiple ones, with more opportunities ahead of her, hopefully she gets a few more before it's all said and done. But she's going to be one of the better ones that, and not just because she's won multiple championships, but again because of her competitiveness. She's one of those that, and she's a big time team player. I mean, I know if you talk to her, she was excited that she won the championship for herself, but she was also equally as excited that she was able to get 10 points for the team, which allowed us to finish in the top 10 again. Well, I think she is, and I think a lot of kids get bad raps these days when they, because if you talk about yourself, you end up being labeled a braggart or being arrogant or something like that, and so she doesn't a whole lot, but she's very focused and understands what it takes to be successful, and is willing to do that. She's willing to put the work and the time in and to be able to do that. And if she won't brag on herself, I will. But she's done a great job. And Coach Levinsky's done a great job with her. That's a tough situation as an athlete to be returning to a place and end up losing your coach, and then to get a new coach. And, I mean, Coach Divern was a great coach, and Coach Levinsky's going to be a great coach. And but he's done a really good job, I think, coming in really in the middle of the year and being able to win her trust and to be able to, create a rapport there that when we get in the heat of battle, that and he tells her, hey, you need to do this, that she trusts that and understands that he has her best interest at heart, and that's why he does the things he does with her, and so he's done a great job since he's gotten here on board, and that was, again, one of the reasons that we were wanting to hire him is because I felt like he'd be able to come in and we wouldn't miss a beat in some of those areas that he's coaching. Well, I think it says a lot about Angelo State University. I think it says a lot about the commitment that the school has to our athletics department and our program specifically. To be able to have the resources to be able to get kids here that will allow us an opportunity to do that. But a big part of it is, I think, is the mentality of the kids. The fact that they intend, when we go to competitions, they intend to do well, not only individually but as a team. And so, I think if we were to carry 1 or 50, that's going to be the focus and the intent when we get off the bus, and is for us to do well as a team. And so, I do. I think it says a lot about the kids we have in our program that they have expectations, they have goals and desires that they want to accomplish and fulfill every time we compete, and it makes my job really easy, to be honest with you, because it's just a matter of keeping those goals in front of them and keeping everybody heading in the same direction. Well, I think it's something that we started several years ago. We used to, during the spring break, vacation, we used to always go to Texas A&M. They always had a big multi-event competition. That was kind of the first one of the year for us. And when they had a coaching change, they stopped hosting that event. And so we were looking for an early multi-event. And, at the time, Coach Dibber and I, we talked about, hey, why don't we put one on? And we did. And we've had a lot of great competitors come through here since we started hosting this event. And I think it's nice for them, especially being the first one, that they get to do it at home. We've been training here every day, obviously, since the school year started, and some of them for several years now. And so for people to come here and us to get to go through our first multi-event at home, I think it just puts them at ease. They're obviously chomping at the bits. At least the guys, those 3 decathlon guys, are going to be competing. They've kind of been a little bit slighted on the fact that our men don't do indoors. So really, the 2 competitions at Trinity and at Charleston is the only opportunity they've had to get those competitive juices going. And so they've had this date circled on the calendar for a while now, and I expect them to go out and do some good things. And then, obviously Jordan and Jasmine will turn around and do it. And we don't want to abuse anyone, but we're at a level of competition and a level of training right now. Obviously, that was proven by Jordan over the weekend, that we're ready to do good things. And I learned that from a coaching friend of mine several years ago, that when you come out of indoors, a lot of times if you go ahead and get one in, you're at a point where a lot of times you'll end up scoring well. And it worked out well last year for us, as Jordan was able to hit a mark that got her into nationals, just a week removed from indoors. And we're hoping the same thing happens again this year. And that'll allow us then to change some things and back off and allow her to get some rest in some areas where she needs it, and to go back to work on some things. So hopefully it works out for us.